looking like 165. It's like,
So I've seen some even ranging from like they're like, oh, in the low end 170, in the high end it could do 200 million. We don't know at this point. I'm just like, oh my god.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if it hits, like, maybe not hit 200, but like at least sniff it, like
Yeah.
somewhere in like the high 190s.
Well, was it the Dark Knight fanboys don't like that because after I posted that meme, I was reading the comments. And it was no way it's gonna be the Dark
I
Knight.
saw you post that meme and I just backed. I was like, I'm not even gonna look at these comments once. This is not worth my health.
Uh, but like, if it beats the Dark Knight and like without re-releasing, that'd be something.
Oh man. I think it's when we look at Black Panther, like I've just been kind of looking at the buzz online. I get like comic book movies have buzz, but never for a first outing like this. This is just something completely different. Like astronomically, like this is like off the charts. I can't even comprehend
Well,
it.
that's because it's the new roots. Like, let's all,
Oh,
Jesus. I can't believe like I had to double check. I was like, you know what? I never watch her videos, but I'm gonna go watch her video just to see. And then like the moment she said it, I was just like, wow, people aren't making this up. These are actual stupid words that came out of a person's mouth.
because like most of these the stuff that I've been seeing, I'm like, the child predates most of the MCU, so I don't know where you're getting all this from.
Mm.
Uh,
But it's like I get the roots comparison and what she was trying to say, but the way she just kind of like just throws it out there, it's like you don't have to bring up roots every time.
I know.
Like, it's like, oh, it's black roots. It's just like, oh, come
It's
on.
insanity. Like I'm expecting people like, oh, it's white. Oh, what's like the whitest movie? Like I don't know, White Chicks. It's like what is that? Like every female movie ever is gonna be that? Like it's like the most stereotyped like
It's like, isn't
comedy.
it kind of ironic that you said white chicks when that's about two black guys being white girls?
I know, right? Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. It's like, wait a second, what are you trying to say? Like people always like just kind of shoehorn in these stupid like references. And, oh god, it's so dumb. I'm like, it's like, can we just all go see Black Panther and hopefully it's as amazing as
Yeah.
everybody
Oh,
says it is?
did you see that tweet on like it was going around, it went viral. Like this woman was going, "When can I see Black Panther? Like I don't want to go open the weekend because I don't want to suck the black joy out of the movie."
Oh!
And
That
it's
has
like,
to be
what?
the troll, 'cause that was
No, it
ass.
wasn't. She was
Oh
being
my
legit
god.
because she took the tweet down and then like she put another one going like, "I'm sorry," and it's like just go opening weekend. It's a fucking movie for God's
It's
sake.
like it's not like you're gonna show up in blackface and try to act black.
It's like there's not going to be a black guy at the back like looking at you going, "Fucking white person, get out! Like get out! You're ruining the joy of my film." It's just like no one's going to be like that.
True, true. Although there have been a few comments on ours that are like, we could tell that you white people are just excited for this movie, but you shouldn't be. I was like, but why shouldn't I be excited for Black Panther?
It's like, all right, then you can't be excited for any other of the white heroes. Then that's how that works. No.
Yep, it's it's crazy time. I'm super hyped to see it. I can't wait. I'm just super
Same.
excited to see what it's gonna do for box office as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's get into it. So, welcome everybody to episode whatever it is. I don't keep count no more. But yeah, we're here, CBC Podcast. Of course, I am your host, Armin. You guys can find me at Arminis, and I'm here with Mitch
Sup, you can find me at Mitch692.
and also Tristan.
I'm tired and awake if that's even possible, but you can find me at Control Breakers.
If you'd stop.
I mean, you're
playing
awake right now.
them-
No, but I'm still tired.
You're proving that it's possible because you're awake.
It's just gonna pass out snoring.
Yeah, that's what I feel
what-
like.
But what's Tristan gonna say this time? Because last week he said that Negasonic Teenage Warhead was Domino.
Yeah, and I
So
was
what's he
tired.
gonna?
Here, this time I'll
I
help you
was.
out.
If you want to know the backstory to it, was I woke up and watched it once at like 6:30 a.m. with like 4 hours of sleep, and then passed back out. And then after that,
I just want to say, I told you Discord. That's exactly what he was gonna say.
yeah, and I have it on record in our IM chat, so I'm not
It's
lying.
true.
So that's the story of Tristan's F up last week. This week, let's try to say something that's not controversial. Hey, Justice League bombed. There you go.
Oh.
No, it is controversial. We want the Snyder cut. You lie.
Dude, I've been resharing every time DC or Justice League tweet sends out anything about that movie. Like, the following 3,000 tweets are the greatest thing you will read for, like, the most blind, depressing fanboys I've ever seen.
I don't know whether to laugh or to cry with that.
What is it like?
It's
Filled
just
with
like,
Whedon ruined it.
Well,
Oh, it's just like give me the Snyder cut, and like it's just all depressing.
but it's not just that. The most retweeted and favorite ones are the ones that are being like, you guys ruined one of the best movies of all time. Yet you go to their thing and their pinned tweet is giving the Justice League theatrical cut a 10 out of 10.
Mm.
I'm like, so
Was
wait,
that before or
what are you
after
saying
they saw
here?
it?
Well, I don't know, probably before even, because, you know. It's a crazy, crazy fanboy world we live in. But hey, speaking of crazy, let's talk about the future of comic book, I guess, everything. New Mutants was delayed for the better, according to actors from the movie. I seriously doubt this.
I mean, in a hopeful, optimistic world, I'd hope what Maisie Williams said is true, but I mean, I doubt it. You don't delay a film a year to just have CGI done properly,
Right?
unless it's going to be the best CGI ever in movie history. There's no
Like
reason
they're
to have
going
it for a
down to
year.
like the suit detail
Well,
for certain scenes.
And that's the thing, like, let's talk about, like, the actual CG in the movie and what they did for it. Like, if history serves me correct, they said they did a lot of it practically, like a lot of that stuff. So, what do you mean? I don't get what you're coming at here. Like, I'm really confused as to what their messaging is, because they said they were doing it like that so they could get it out because it was going to be cheap to make and quick and whatever, so...
Mm.
I
mean, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't matter if the movie's good or bad because it's not going to get a sequel. So
True. That's true. Now, the thing that I find like most worrying about this is it got delayed so far. Like, it's such a huge delay. There can't possibly be.
There's no valid reason for a delay of a year.
No.
Like, BVS had a year delay, and that wasn't. Like, oh, we're gonna redo everything. It's like, oh, you still fucked
Like,
up.
you could have dumped this movie in September because there's nothing in September.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
A part of me, like, I don't know, like, there's a conspiracy theories running through my head. I just don't know. Like, this movie it doesn't seem to have a place in anything that anybody was planning. Like, I just don't get it. Maybe when Fox
Well, not
was the
anymore.
sole people, but
I think before it had like its own little. It had a reason to exist. Now it's just kind of like, really, like. Then that's every Fox movie, and especially one we'll get to later on. But it's like, why? What purpose does New Mutants serve right now? It doesn't have one. It's a shame for the cast and everyone because they all seem excited about it, but
yeah.
it's just there now. Well, no, it's not like a Deadpool.
No, not at all. And that's the thing. Like, when I look at New Mutants, like, Deadpool had like this awareness and brand. Like, you could already walk into like a Hot Topic and there's Deadpool merch everywhere. New Mutants never has that, and I don't think it ever will. And I don't think you can even market the movie as anything else than what it was. So this delay to do a bunch of reshoots, I'm like, look, if you're delaying the movie by like 10 months, what are you going to be reshooting? Like, everything? Because the movie shot apparently in like 7 weeks. So, like, like, what? I don't.
I don't know. It's a weird shit show for that movie, but which is a shame because it was the most interesting one they had. But
yeah,
them's the cards, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else we want to say about this? Because I assume we're going to talk about it next time in like 9 months from now. Like, this...
there's not much really else to say. Like,
It will turn into the new Gambit.
Oh, I mean, this movie's been made. Like, let's not go that far. But Gambit will never get made. That thing's like dead. Poor Channing Tatum. But no, I hope what Williams says is the case. I doubt that's how it is, but
I feel like that's just covering.
Yeah. Like it just smells of PR. Like, oh no, it's fine. We're having it the best we can be.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, so yeah.
It's like PR speak for when they were doing Justice League. Well, what's this movie about? Well, you see the mythology of the characters. I was like, oh my god, all 10 of you have said the same exact thing in response to different questions. Just stop. Like, come on.
And then Ray Fisher says something about reshoots that completely contradicts everyone else.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, so what is it then?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get back to talking more about New Mutants sometime down the road. Probably San Diego. I'm assuming they'll release a new trailer. Hopefully, I don't even know.
Would you think San Diego? That's well far out for the release.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so Venom is gonna have it attached. I'm telling you right now, because Venom seems like the proper choice. Another stinker to attach it to.
When's Venom coming out?
October.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's a perfect time to attach that February dump month for a Halloween movie, and it's like, because they always do that.
Well,
every year.
actually, when's Dark Phoenix? Is that
December?
October as well?
It's like December, I think. November or December.
I imagine it'd probably be more likely be with that.
See, like important movies, I know. Fox movies, I'm like,
Oh, I've got it. It's gonna.
I mean, the
it's gonna
Dark
be a
Phoenix is
credit
supposed
scene.
to be bigger than Infinity War, don't you know?
It's like, okay, Claremont, you clearly hit dementia now. But like, it's blatantly obvious that it's gonna be the post-credit scene for Venom. Like, that's what I think.
Oh,
We're gonna repeat that again.
Oh, terrible. Apparently, Silver and Black still exists, and it's actually now got the screenwriter from Captain Marvel. So, some hope.
Like right now, I'm just like, I know Mitch said this before. Like I'm doing it too. Is like, is this even going to be made with like it's supposed to be like filming in like a month or so?
It's supposed to be filming now, I think.
Oof.
I can't remember. They're really far behind.
So let me get this right. They just now got the screenwriter, and they don't have a complete script. They haven't cast anybody, and the film is scheduled for February of next year.
But it's fine. They have a director. It's fine.
I see.
It's just another Sony thing. Like, I ain't gonna believe it's happening until it's actually at least got a trailer.
Last time you said that, we ended up with Venom.
Yeah, but even the Venom trailer's not for a Venom movie.
True.
So I'm still not convinced that movie's happening. It's just random clips from other movies put together.
Yeah.
And different shirts with Tom Hardy, but
Yeah.
whereas this, it's just like this was the first one they announced, and then there's been nothing. No.
It's a strange one too because we don't know anything about it. And it's like, okay, so you got a decent screenwriter on it, I guess, but what pass of the script is this on? Because you've been working on it for so long. Is this going to be one of the things where once you see the thing, it's like, dude, there's like been 12 writers that contributed to this piece of crap. Like,
This is probably the start of the script. I doubt they have anything else. But like, I suppose the upside to these movies is they're taking full advantage of like using the MCU people. Because Venom's taken people from like the like production designers and like cinematographers and all that from the Marvel films, and like at least it might look good. But
yeah. I mean, so here's the thing with this movie. Hypothetically, we've seen this happen. It doesn't end up with good results, but we've seen this happen. They could finish a script, cast everybody, and start shooting in under 8 weeks. Suicide Squad did this.
yeah, but look at Suicide Squad.
That's what I'm saying. But look at Sony. Honestly, I think they don't care, and if they really want to, I think they might just want to try to do that. Because, being real, like, we're getting Spider-Man 2 in July of next year, and they're going to begin shooting less than a year away from release. So, but that's Marvel Studios. That's a well-oiled machine. I think Sony could try to do something like that, and obviously they're going to fall flat on their face because they're Sony, but, it's...
But is it the Marvel Studios making these Spider-Man films, or is it Sony making them with Marvel Studios producing?
Well, so... I mean, the core Spider-Man film is, I guess, Marvel is doing it, but Sony's paying the bill. So,
And then, I know Sony's getting all the box office.
Yeah. So, but Marvel wants to control and make sure it fits into their world and it doesn't feature like tap dancing Peter Parker or whatever the hell. So it's.
I mean, I'd love that. Speak for yourself.
Silver and Black. So this movie,
it might exist.
That's the.
I highly doubt it.
They should box quote that on the teaser poster. Silver and Black. It might exist, Mitch.
I mean, it fits with the spy. It kind of.
So that's what you're saying. They're actually gonna, dude. What if that's the thing? They're gonna release this Cloverfield Paradox style stealth release on Crackle. Yeah.
The hell is a Crackle?
Yeah, it's Sony's streaming service, bro. It's free. You can watch all the Resident Evils.
Oh, no wonder it's free. Christ.
Yep.
But like, these movies just still scream like, oh, we're trying to sell. Like, let's try and have a franchise that's viable for money.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of that, nothing. But
I think what they're doing is they're like, let's just produce anything, and if anything makes us more money, it makes our company more valuable when we have to sell it in 5 years. Like,
yeah,
that's what it screams of.
Even though it's more like 2 years now, the way they're going.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you hear that Pascal threw a sandwich at Feige?
Yeah.
It's just like, what? That's someone's wage you've just thrown at him. What are you doing?
God damn. What amazing stories come from Sony. Sony never ceases to stop at producing stories. I don't even understand.
Why not make movies based on Sony Studios' life? Like, they're all true. They're all funny. Just make all of them.
The real story. Like, I want a movie produced based on what happened behind the scenes on the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. Because can you imagine the just some of that stuff that was going on, like Avi Arad putting his fingers in there, and like the director being forced to do things he didn't want, and the head in a jar. Oh, I want that. I need that.
I mean, it might make more money than Tazn 2 did, but
just call it the untold story of the Amazing Spider-Man, and it's an in on the joke, and everybody would get it. It's like,
like Spooderman, the inside joke.
Spooderman.
The untold story.
Spooderman. So yeah, Silver and Black. We'll talk about it soon. So, hey guys, Lionsgate, one of their heads goes over to Warner Brothers, and suddenly he's calling more shots. And then we get DC/Vertigo's The Kitchen, starring Melissa McCarthy. And from what I'm hearing, they're looking to do a lot more of this, like lower budget. Like, you didn't expect this, but here it is. What do you think of this?
I'm fine with the lower budget, like Vertigo stuff. I'm questioning why Melissa McCarthy.
I'm questioning why. Why would you if it's your first month and a half on the job, can't you come out and confirm Black Adam is happening or something? And I'll be we got what you want, Melissa McCarthy. And you're like, huh? Like,
it's like, who the hell wants Melissa McCarthy?
No, like, Melissa McCarthy doesn't want Melissa McCarthy. Like,
it's like, did you not see that Ghostbusters movie? Like, Christ.
Awful.
I couldn't even finish that. But no, I don't know what The Kitchen is, so I can't really say if it deserves a movie or not. But it's just like, why? Like, why not give Swamp Thing a chance? Why not do Static Shock? Like, it's too late for Black Lightning on the CW. That thing's dead. Like, you have thousands of other characters. Like, why? Why go for the obscure, smaller properties when you could be like fixing your main big ones?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what the logical thinking here is. Like, who is clamoring for this movie? Like, who sat there and was like, we got a great idea. This is what you should do. Instead of looking at, like, I would sooner take a Red Hood movie over this. Like, what?
I mean, at least Red Hood kind of like validates a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know what The Kitchen is, so I can't say if it validates one or not.
Plus, you get your obligatory Batman in your movie.
For Red Hood. The Kitchen?
No, for Red Hood.
Oh, Red Hood, yeah. I mean, yeah, well, Is it going to be Affleck, or is it going to be one of the other 1,000 people they've
So
apparently got lined
what
up?
you want Fat Matt back in the suit?
I mean, why not? If he's like, if he's up for it, if he's not touching women, no, that's fine.
I don't think he wants to be doing anything right now. So
Oh, bless him.
Uh,
What a shit show that job turned out to be. But I don't know. I just like, why not give Swamp Thing a chance?
That's what I'm saying. Like, out of all the things they come up with, and they're greenlighting these things, and from what I'm to understand, Melissa McCarthy isn't a cheap get for a movie. Like,
No, I can't imagine she is.
Like, she charges a good amount. So, like, you could legit go in there. You could make a Constantine movie for less than 50 mil, and I guarantee people would be like, cool. These, set up the Justice League Dark, like, do Swamp Thing, do Deadman, Zatanna, anybody. Like, I could literally set up a giant dartboard and throw, and it will land on something better choice than this.
okay, here. I mean, that's the reason. That's the smart thing to do.
Ah, okay, makes sense. I get what you're saying.
I mean, the smarter thing to do would be like focus on your actual main characters people give a shit about. But why? I just can't, like, it just screams to me that we have no idea what to do with the main characters people would want. So we're just gonna throw shit out there and see what the reaction is, which is what they've been doing for the past 5 years, to be honest. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, can we have some change, please, and like actually do something? Like, why not start work on the Green Lantern movie?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? I'm so confused. I don't want this. If this is going to be the direction they're going, can we get Tachihara back, or whatever his name was? Like, at least he was going to focus on things we sort of wanted. I mean, take out.
Yeah, but he's the one.
Cyborg,
He's the one that pulls some shady shit. So
Yeah, true.
uh,
Can we just get Kevin Feige in there? Like, he'll just dress up as someone else and just make good movies.
No, because it'll be another inside job, and you'll just ruin the movie all over again.
I say they already got Whedon to do that job for him.
Like, so here's what happens. So Kevin Feige's gonna put on a fake mustache, but Warner Brothers won't be able to tell, right? And he's just gonna go in there being like, "Hi, I'm Kevin Feige," and they're like, "Oh, perfect! Look at this is a great resume you have here," and then he can give us good movies. Like, it's that easy.
All right, just do Jeff Johns. They have their own Feige there. They're just not using him, and I don't know why they're not using him. And it's like, I get it, like you want him to be the fall guy for Justice League or whatever, but like use your Feige. Like, he's universally loved on the DC side of things. Just use Jeff Johns. Like, if John says no, don't do it. If he said yes, do it. Simple.
I mean, because like at this point, Jeff Johns is their just PR guy for when things go wrong.
Exactly. Just use him. Like, do something with him. It's just so frustrating.
Yep. It's insane. I'm frustrated by DC right now. Like, they're just killing my will to want to see their stuff. Like, it's disappointing. So that's the best way to put it. Interesting development on the Zack Snyder front. Apparently, it's exactly what we all thought we knew. He was fired, and they try to cover it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is it's pretty shady, the fact that they let the death of his daughter be the story for it, but
Yeah. That's
I suppose that is what it is. But
that's really scummy. Like, because so apparently, if people don't know what happened, Zack Snyder was essentially removed and replaced by Joss Whedon, obviously on Justice League. And Warner Brothers said, "Oh, it's because of his daughter committing suicide. He's not in the right place of mind and all that." And they gave a statement, and then he kind of disappeared, and he hasn't really wanted to work on films or anything. And as it turns out, the latest report is, well, they actually fired him way before that, but when that happened, Warner Brothers decided to use that to their advantage to not look like the bad guys. So, yep, that's scummy. That's
I mean, it's scummy, but it's a good business sense to make sure you don't damage your brand any more than it can actually be.
I know hindsight's 2020.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's how it rolls.
like them doing it, like it's completely destroyed that brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's dead. Well, it might not be. It might be salvageable. I imagine it would be, but it's
So the thing with Warner Brothers is the more of this bad press and stuff that's coming out, right? The more and more we hear about it, even their most hardcore fans are now turning on them. Like, if Aquaman comes out and they kept this shady stuff up and nothing's changed and everything keeps going the way it's going, there will be a good amount of contingents of fans that are going to be very vocal, being like, don't see this movie, don't see this movie. We've already seen on the pre-orders for some of the numbers I've seen for Justice League, it's not doing as good as people thought it was going to do, even on home video. So clearly there's a lot of impact from some of this. So what do you do?
I don't know. Like, I think their hardcore fan base wasn't that big to begin with anyway. So the people that'll be like, oh no, don't see this movie. It's just going to be another Marvel Tard movie. Like that's not. I doubt that's going to affect anyone.
Well, I mean, look at all the hardcore DC fan channels that used to be around. That now they all disappeared because they realized it was a losing battle, and you could tell they were like fakes because they just didn't care and they were just in it for the specific fan base. It's like that's the type of thing that I think can drive fans away. But there's far less of those guys now, and when you look at the future of Warner Brothers and this whole thing and what they did to Zack Snyder, it's painting a very bad picture for them, honestly. Like I don't know which.
I mean, like that's the biggest thing that'll impact them is the negative press.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, if you're claiming to be a director's studio, like that's not a director's studio at all. That's just horrific. Like whether it was intentional that they thought, right, we're going to use this as a scapegoat, or if it's just very unfortunate timing, I don't know. Hopefully, it's just very unfortunate timing. But
we don't know. But every time one of these shady reports comes out, people say it's not true, and then later we find out it is. Especially when it comes to Warner Brothers and the whole DC debacle. It's like, as much as I don't want to believe it, a part of me is like, you know what? This one I'm just going to believe because every other one has proven right. Like, all the reshoots and everything's just been like, no, you guys are on point with this. So, like, it's,
And, like, the person that actually broke it on Twitter was like, he said that they've known for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one just didn't want, like, no one wanted to publish that article, because why would you? Like, that would just, people already aren't publishing stuff for the DC thing because of backlash they would get from it on Twitter and wherever else. So, like, something like that would just melt people down, but I don't know. It's a horrible story if it's true.
Is.
But... And the worst part is it's believable. Like,
it is.
It's just like,
I always say, if someone's to come to me and say, or someone like publishes an article and says, Marvel Studios in trouble, this movie is a complete train wreck and they're probably going to cancel it, this and that, I'd be like, look, that hasn't happened 17 movies in a row. You're probably lying to me. But when the same people come back that have reported on various things that turn out to be true, and they all say, so yeah, look at this, you're more inclined to believe that they're probably right. And that's the unfortunate thing,
It's basically with track record. Things that they constantly say have some value or some clout to them, then you're more inclined to believe them than to have someone who just spouts off nonsense because you don't like the brand or you don't like the idea that something is better than something that you like.
Right.
The closest thing that Marvel's ever come to like a train wreck is Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And even that just went ahead without a problem. But I don't know. It's a shitty situation for WB and Snyder, obviously, because he's just kind of like offline apart from that weird social media site that only he uses. And apparently, it's only for Snyder people now. But
it looks like more and more than ever that DC needs to make their own movie studios to get on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that would never happen, unfortunately. It's just what they need. It's what they desperately what they need, but it's never going to happen.
When people listen to this podcast, they get the sense that like we don't like DC or something. It's like no, we love DC. The problem is, don't just love it outright because you love something. Like if they were to starting like let's say next year, like maybe Aquaman comes out and that movie's like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, and suddenly everybody's like, okay, between this and Wonder Woman, they got 2 solid films. And then for the next 5 years, all their films are good to great to amazing. And if they can legit make good competition, that's great. But they haven't done that so far. And what I find funny is, if you look at some of the comments from like a year before Justice League, when we were talking about the problems, the people in the comments are outright outraged at us. They hate us. They're saying some terrible crap about us and our opinions, right? And the stories that are out there. Now those same people are on our side being like, dude, Justice League was terrible. Why was I even supporting this? I should have just listened to you guys. I'm like, that's the thing. Like, nobody wants to see DC fail. We want to see them succeed because competition would breed better creativity from everybody. But when you're not putting your best foot forward and you're doing shady stuff like this, why do you want me to cheer you? Like, there's no reason, you know? So it's like, it's such a terrible, terrible situation Warner Brothers is in. I don't... it's sad. Like...
Yeah, no, that's really what it is. It's just sad. No.
Best way to sum it up. It's sad. That's that. Well, we now officially know that the next useless Fox project that's probably going to be canceled by Disney, hopefully, is Tim Miller and Brian Michael Gonna Ruin Your Franchise Bendis are making the Kitty Pryde movie.
Well, it's a secret. It's a secret X-Men movie. Like, it's not officially Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
No, but most people are saying it's Kitty Pryde because that's his favorite character.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you get Bendis if it's not Kitty Pryde? Also, does anyone else find it funny that he hot shipped to DC and then now he's doing Kitty Pryde again?
Yep.
It's just like, you can't get away, Bendis. You can't get away. I mean, it's not going to happen. I don't know why it's even a thing, but at least with Bendis writing, if it is Kitty Pryde, it might be good. No, depending on how bored he gets halfway through. But...
I don't...
Yeah, because he writes a lot, so...
He does. He hasn't got to worry about continuity, so it's perfect.
Well, the reason he doesn't is because he makes his own on the fly.
Yeah, he doesn't remember half of it.
Best way to do it, bro.
It's just like, the only thing that Bendis has like been consistent with is the running joke in the police station. That's the only,
which is the best one ever.
Yeah, that's the only continuity Bendis has kept consistent for like 17 years. It's quite funny. But I mean, it's not going to happen. But hypothetically, cool. I'd be down for it. No, I'm never going to see it. It's got a better chance than Gambit, admittedly. But
yes, yeah, it does. The thing is, it's like this movie. It's very early stages right now. So by the time in the next 12 to 14 months where Disney has officially acquired Fox, unless the cameras are hardcore rolling on this, it's not happening. So working on it is completely pointless, like 100%.
Yeah. But again, it's just that business as usual. Like they have to act like they're not being brought out or whatever. So they have to keep going just in case something doesn't happen. Or just in case Comcast, like, shits everything up.
Yeah.
Not that they will. But, yeah. No. It's just like, well, you can't stop working on everything, but...
Such an interesting time for Fox, right? Because it's like, so they have this movie, they have Gambit, what else they got that they're developing? Doctor Doom, New Mutants. Fantastic Four featuring a bunch of like 5-year-old children, I guess.
Oh yeah, the X baby. Oh no, the Fantastic
Power
Babies.
Pack?
Yeah.
No, Power Pack's apparently going to be that Marvel show on the Disney streaming service.
Okay.
That's the big rumor for that one. But yeah, it's like Doctor Doom's not going to happen. And there's no way. The Fantastic Babies, there's no hope for that one. Let's say hypothetically, if this still doesn't happen, like, what do you do? Like, do they actually go through with movies they clearly don't want to do?
I don't know.
Like, depending on the state they are, it's like up in the air. Because if progress hasn't been made, then they're probably not going to go through with it.
Yeah.
Because like, I wonder how many movies right now is just saying like it's not going to get made because we're going to be brought like Disney are going to have everything. So do you want to hypothetically be part of this movie that's not going to get made?
Right.
It's just kind of like sure, yeah, like I'll do something for not like I'll get paid to do nothing essentially. But like no one can clearly care about these movies. They know it's not going to happen, or there's a very slim chance it will happen.
It's just, it screams of, I don't know, I want to say like a weirdness, I guess is the best way to describe it, of what this is like. There's nothing here that I think anybody wants, and that's the thing, you know, like, why does anything like this need to exist? And what is it about Kitty Pryde that says she could have a movie?
I mean, you could maybe get a Kitty Pryde movie.
I mean, she led the X-Men. She was a teacher at the school.
Yeah, but that's not for a solo movie.
No, I'm just saying that's what she's done.
Like, there was that Akira Yoshida or CB Cebulski, whatever his name is. He did a solo run on Kitty Pryde. But... Kitty Pryde's one of those characters where she's more interesting with everyone else. Like you couldn't build up. Well, I suppose you could do the Colossus relationship and have it like a semi-team up. But...
True.
Was it? She was a Star-Lord.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's not go there.
I mean, it was a thing. You can't deny it.
I mean, it was a thing again recently. The buddy Duggan referenced that in a different universe. It's just like, oh, like no, stop reminding me of that. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I imagine Bendis must have an idea if he signed on to do it. True. I'm surprised DC let him sign up to do a Marvel film, which makes me believe even more that it's just a case of like, oh yeah, I'm here in name only. I'm not actually going to write a script.
Right, yeah. It's just like, oh, attach a no name to this project because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try and give people a reason to care. But
let's try, but they won't because they haven't really cared much about much of this, so...
Little did you know, no one really likes Bendis anymore.
Yep. And that's the truth. I guess that brings us to the end of all the topics in this week's podcast, and now all that's left to do is a worldwide release, I guess, of Black Panther is upon us, so... Yeah.
Right, so what do you reckon then? Come.
I'm gonna go. I'll say I'll go out there 150.
Okay.
So you're lowballing the projection then?
Not really. It's like,
well, the projection's 165 now.
Yeah, I say 150.
Yeah, that's lowballing, man.
Nah, that's not lowballing.
I have a solid.
Right, Tristan's gonna.
I literally have a 180. That's been my thing for the entire weekend. I'm going 180.
I'm gonna go 195.
Oh man.
Stuff.
Why don't you go the full 200 then?
No, I don't see 200 being. I'm pushing 195.
Like, this is the weirdest thing. It's like we don't know how it's gonna go because of all the stories you hear of all the places that are like buying up tickets and charities and stuff. Like, you're gonna get theaters that come in with like 600 kids this weekend, where all their tickets have been like raised through neighborhoods and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, like
there was one of those, and Disney stepped in and actually paid, or like donated a couple of grand.
Jeez.
And it's just like, well, like, does that mean you're paying yourself?
Right.
How does that work? So we'll give you $3,000, but we'll get 1,500 back because ticket sales.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I mean, because they could just offer them free tickets.
I mean, it's essentially, that's what it's kind of. It's more like we have to like.
I guess
only people that come out on top there.
I mean, I guess they make a donation to the charity, in which in turn they buy the tickets for the kids. So. Yeah.
It happened though, but
yep.
I don't know. It's going to be a bit of an anomaly, this one.
It's going to be real weird, like, because nobody seems to be able to project it. And remember, just because somebody is projecting it's going to make 200 million, if it makes 180, it's not a failure. Disney pegged this movie at 95. That's what they told their investors. Anything over 95 million is an automatic win for them, and I guarantee they're going to get that by halfway into Saturday. So,
and I'm going to stress this again: we can be wrong on many parts.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, that's why I'm saying 195 because then I'm not wrong. So, like,
Oh no, you could still be wrong. It could be like 180.
No,
And you lied, Mitch. You lied.
No.
Then
Yeah, but if I say 195, I can't be racist to the comment section. I
True.
didn't say, so you know.
Oh no, they'll find a way. They'll find a way.
Damn it.
It's the Jurassic Park meme. Racism finds a way, Mitch. Good stuff. So we'll get back to you guys next week. Obviously, we will have like a spoiler cast then, and all that good stuff. So you guys stay tuned for that, and all the other stuff we're going to be providing for Black Panther, which should be plenty of things to talk about once the movie's out. I'm hoping for a Namor Easter egg. Come on, Marvel.
From what I've heard, you're going to be disappointed.
Of course I will. It's Namor. I'm always disappointed there. Damn.
I mean, it is Namor after all. Like,
yeah. Gonna get his rejected cousin on screen this December, probably.
I mean, it'd be better than Namor.